Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is not a bonsai video. This is just to show you what I've been up to the last couple of weeks. Scott gave us a couple of drones, one which worked and one that wouldn't pair, which is a common issue with the GoPro camera drones. So I had a bee in my bonnet about it not pairing, and once I start something I kind of stop it. So 2 weeks later I finally getting it done. I wiped the computer in the process, so that's been a pain in the arse and all. So I'm getting that fixed, got the drone done. So in this video I want to show you the steps of which I've done to get it working. So let's get into it, and I'll add a little bit commentary when I can. So as you can see, I've took the case off the drone here, and looking at the arm board there is no micro SD socket on. So the first thing we need to do is solder a micro SD socket onto the arm board, which is an 8-pin one. As you can see, I'm adding flux and I'm touching up the solder just to make it easier to stick the socket to. So we'll get that firstly done on there, then we'll come back and start making a probe in a power lead. So let's get this bit done first. So this is the bit where I make the probe. I did do it wrong at first, because you have 2 wires coming to your 1K resistor, then the wire down to your probe. I had it from JTAG 1-pin resistor wire, which is wrong. 2 wires to the resistor, and from the resistor to the probe. So I've just left this in to show you how to make the probe. It's just I had the resistor in the wrong position. So we'll get this probe made, then we'll come back and solder it onto the board. Then it's just the power lead, and we'll get it hooked up the computer and reflash the firmware. So I finished making the probe, the wrong probe I should say, but I do correct the issue later on when I realise. So just remember, 2 wires, 1K resistor wire to your probe. As you can see, when I created this probe on this video, later on I changed the screwdriver end to a thin saw needle so it could touch the contact point a little bit easier. Now it's time to solder the probe onto the board, which is JTAG pin 1, which is up the top near the processors. Then the second wire goes to FB36 down the bottom near the arm board slot. So we'll get this soldered on. Okay, so we've got the probe on. Now it's time to make the power lead, which I ordered one of, was it Amazon or eBay? I'll put all the links in the description. It come with the wrong power lead end on, so I need to solder a pin 3 connector on, basically. So I'll do that in this step, and it's the last bit of soldering we need to do. This is to help it boot to the SD card, so we can power the JTAG of the SD card. So I'll make that lead now, and that should be it, folks. Okay, I'm at the point now where I need to create the bootable SD card, which to go into the socket we soldered onto the drone. This has the NAND flash files and the boot files, which we're going to install back onto the drone. I'm sorry you can't see what I'm doing on the screen, because I've got the GoPro stuck up on the ceiling there and it keeps shaking. That's why it looks a bit wobbly. So we'll get this SD card made, then it's time to connect it up and see if we can get it working. Right, it's time to connect the drone to the computer using the USB power lead we made. Once I connect it, I'll check which COM port it's on, which is usually COM port 3. Then we'll have to load Putty up and specify which COM port, 115200. I think it's by rate, but 115200 anyways on the port instead of 9600. So what I'll do is I'll switch to the PC now and show you the process of that. So as we connect it, I'll put the drive in to show you the error that comes up. That's the error. Now it's time to turn it off, put the probe on to the pin and power it back on. It takes us a few goes to get it away, but we do get it away. I think it's about 4 or 5 attempts, but I didn't give up and we actually got it connected. So we'll get that bit done now. So as we connect it now, we have full read-write access erase to the drone. Here I'm just logging in as root and there's no password, so it's just root, enter and enter. And once we're in, now we can copy and paste the commands which I have on my desktop. I'll do the commands one at a time. One's like to back it up and all, just in case we throw bar it. So we'll do a backup. I think that's the second one down in the command. So what we'll do is we'll go through these commands, and once this is done, we should have a working drone. Okay, now we've flashed the NAND with the new firmware. At this point, if we disconnect it and hook it back up to Putty, it should automatically kick in and read the firmware without using the probe, which it does get an error obviously because we haven't got the stabilizer and the camera in. So this is me just showing you it booting up, basically saying that the flash has worked. Right, we're all flashed. I've disconnected it from the computer at this point in the video, as you can see. It's time to now install the stabilizer in the GoPro, and fingers crossed when we turn it on it should initialize and turn the GoPro. The stabilizer should basically kick in, and if it does, we're on our way to having a working drone. So what I'll do is I'll just speed this little bit up a couple of times so we can see it, because I think it's gone about 12 minutes this bit, so I'll speed it up a bit. Right, as you can see by the thumbs up, it worked. It all initialized, it connected, it paired. So, happy, quite happy enough with it. Like I say, it took us a bit to get it done, but I hate being beat. So, persuadance pays off. Now it's all working, what I'm going to do now is desolder everything and put the drone back together. as you can see, it's all put back together now. Right, that's it for this video. I'm sorry it wasn't to do with Bonsai, but the next ones will be. Like I say, once I get a bee in my bonnet, I've got to keep going until I suss it, which has took us a couple of weeks. Plus I was waiting for parts to come, like the bits of Amazon and eBay. So if you've stuck around till the end, I thank you for watching. It really means a lot, and it means a lot to the channel. Like I say, there's nothing to do with Bonsai, so we'll call this Horton No Bonsai. But as always, thanks for watching. Hope you get your drones working, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-da, folks!